Hi, I'm Alex. This is my wife, Nikki, and this is our dog, Lucy.
And this is Captain Olivia Vanson, Manhattan SVU. Yes, that's her full name.
This content is sponsored by Outdoorsy. Through Outdoorsy, you can rent your camper van out to make extra cash, and you can rent a van to try van life before you commit.
So Olivia is a Ford 2019 Transit 350 extended high roof van. It's a mouthful.
So her name is Olivia Vanson because I'm a little bit more obsessed than you are with Law and Order SVU, the TV show. We love traveling and we really don't like paying rent. So the confluence of the two kind of met in van life, and it was the perfect time in our lives since we're still young-ish.
So now that you've met us, come on in. So welcome in. I'm going to go ahead and show you the kitchen here. There's a story behind everything we put in here. Nikki's parents live in a 180-year-old ship captain's house on Cape Cod. While they were doing some renovations, we were doing our build, so we were able to steal as much as we could from the house. So we're like the only van we know of that has 200-year-old lumber inside of it. First thing would be this door came from inside the house. It was a part of a built-in structure. That's currently our closet. It was meant to be really nicely organized, and somehow it ended up being balled up jackets. Up here is a custom pantry I built. Nikki's one requirement when I put the kitchen together was that she needed a slide-out pantry. So here it is with all of my best attempts. And it doesn't fall apart. So that's all I need. So it's really handy to have it right there. The bottom shelf is all of my spices for cooking, so I can be right here with it. Lids, there's an ice tray, some coasters. From the other angle here, we have our propane stove. It's a 2-burner. This is a lighter one. This is our crazy jet boil one. Right next to it I have all my cooking knives. They're cool because they're black, and this is magnetic. And before you say anything, they don't fall off. They don't fly through the air. If I hit the brakes, they're going to go this way. We're all good. Moving down, we have our giant drawer because we needed something that was going to fit an olive oil bottle. So that was how we measured it. It's just kind of a mismatch of everything you would shove into a normal pantry. So when I plumbed everything for the propane to the stove, I needed a central location. We did design this specifically to be able to get a 20-pound tank in and out of here. So I like to collect things, which is really bad when you're in a van. The one thing I was allowed to keep that actually fit was a pin collection. So wherever we go, if we really feel inspired by it, we try to grab a pin from wherever it is we are. So everyone has their own way of keeping drinking water. Nicole and I went with Berkey. Don't ask me what size it is, but it's this one. We were going to do like a crazy reverse osmosis system, like 7-stage, and we figured that these things are pretty rock solid. They take up a little bit of counter space, but we've never had an issue with it. So you'll notice down here that the opening for the fridge is much larger than the fridge. That's because we had a different fridge in there in the first place. We thought we were being slick and went with like, $150 like dorm fridge. So we built out the size to match that fridge, and it was just a power suck. We had to get rid of it. It was a standard 120 volt. It had no business being in here. So we now went down to CRV 65 Dometic. It's everything you need. It's all the space you need in the world. We were losing stuff in the back of that other fridge. The thing that people forget when they're building is that you don't need a large fridge because you can quickly drive to a grocery store. So this has been more than enough space for us. So with our sink, we debated for a long time on which size or shape to go with. I can't say that I love the size of the sink. It would be better to obviously have more space, but it just kind of makes you do the dishes right after you're done. We went with this nice, quaint little design. Something we really wanted to have was hot water on tap. So this is actually plumbed for cold and hot water. Don't mind our full trash can. From my 20-pound tank, it splits to go up to my stove, and then it comes across behind the fridge up to this Camp Lux on-demand propane water heater. So with this and it being propane, there's no worry about the battery at all. We can have as much hot water as we want until we run out of the tank. From here, the hot water comes out, goes up to the sink, and it also goes to a handheld shower. So we can take it out any of the doors in the van. It's like an 8-foot hose. It's super awesome. You can take a shower anywhere that is legal. There's a few ways to handle your gray water, which is the water that comes out of your sink. We went with a gray water tank. This jug here is a 5-gallon jug, and it does overflow if you don't keep track. Don't ask me how I know that. All of our cabinet fronts here and the hardware are directly pulled out of another one of these built-ins. The hardware is all original, and we used them pretty much exactly as the size they were and built the cabinets around that.
We originally were going to put a wood-burning stove here with the chimney up and everything. We decided against it because we're not a winter people and we thought that was silly. So now this is a perfect bench seat, and it hides all of our shoes. And they're just IKEA bins. Really easy. Welcome to the command center. This is our electrical system monitoring area as well as our Wi-Fi. So this is pretty much everything in this space that we use every day. Everything else is just Apple TV, entertainment stuff. When we're in a city versus the woods, we have our Wi-Fi on a switch so I can decide when to turn it on and off. We also have our inverter on a switch. This is also where we get ready. This is very fancy. I was actually very proud of it. This was my project completely. This post was put in because we needed something to put our TV on. We both work in the van, and it's nice to have a second monitor. It's also nice to watch TV. We have 2 fans, and once you close the doors and like everything's tight, the fans go, one goes out and one goes in, and it's like an AC unit in here. It cools it down really well. So this is our bathroom. We have to move our rug like this. It's very scientific. So this is everything that keeps us running. This is extra toiletries. We have a composting toilet in there, which is just for solids, and we have a bottle that's just for liquids. So we have a king-size bed, which was really important since Alex and I are both 6 feet tall. The bed to be 6 feet across and then 6'5" this way. So it's kind of like a weirdly shaped king-size bed, but it is also convertible because our dining table or work table or whatever table sits on these little rails underneath here. I can show you how it converts, but clearly it's very comfortable because Lucy is always sleeping on it. The cushions, it's 6 inches of upholstery foam with 2 inches of memory foam, and we cut that with an electric bread knife, and it took us 2 days to do the whole couch because it was a real big task. My parents gifted us a seamstress, which I think it was pretty pricey. We used Sunbrella fabric, so if we spill water on it, which we do all the time, it would just like roll right off. We decided on this giant table because we like to entertain, we like to host, but we also both work, so I needed space away from Alex. I wanted to be over here and he could be over there, or, you know, Lucy can be here monitoring our working progress. But we fit 8 people around here.
So this is our garage, our second pantry, our second cooktop, tons of storage. We designed the bench seats to be opened up from the top so you get to access them like a chest. So because we have the whole back area raised up on a platform, we didn't want to lose any of the storage space. So we built this, which is a giant toolbox, storage box, standing desk. It's on 500-pound slides, so we can put pretty much anything we want in here. It opens up, and inside you've got everything you could ever need, DeWalt tools and knee pads. So on the doors, we added these shoe organizers so that we could have extra storage, some sandals, extra propane tanks. I got to put my aluminum bat here. It's not for fun. So I'm in a band back in Boston, and I'm typically not in Boston, so I had to create a mobile guitar studio so that I could do demos and tracks with the band while I'm on the road. This here is a Kemper. It models all amps and pedals and any kind of sound I would need. And I carry 2 guitars. This one in particular is my acoustic. It's a GS Mini, so even going down in size on the guitar helps because we have a lot of stuff.
So we have a pretty beefy electrical system. We have 800 watts of solar on the roof going down into 4 Battleborn batteries, but I've wired them together into a 24 volt system. So that means we have only 200 amp hours of battery life. However, because we have so much solar on the roof, it gets refilled even on a cloudy day like this, which is really nice. And what else is nice is this really nice background music. Thank you so much for checking out our van. We really hope you enjoyed the tour.
And if you want to follow along, we're at the Adventuring Griggs on all platforms. Hope to see you on the road.
I hope you enjoyed that video. If you hadn't noticed, we do sell an ebook for how to convert a van. It has over 190 pages of detailed instructions and diagrams, also 25 video tutorials which are specifically for the ebook buyer. Creating a van for many people is obviously a really intimidating project, but I really believe, and I've seen it time and time and time again, that with the right information, anyone can turn out with a pretty decent van conversion. So check the link in the description, subscribe to the channel if you are not already, and drop us a comment if you like this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.